We could have gave them blank CDs. They were buying whatever we had.
Mississauga native.
Counterfeit is $1 billion business.
Forget your music. You should be selling shirts and stuff.
The T-shirt king.
We have to take a protein action.
Sean Bradshaw.
It's inexcusable.
Y'all are the doubters. Y'all can't believe that I got the power. Go take a cold shower. I'm feeling like He-Man, puffing that flower. Run and go coward, seeing the tower. Standing on top, looking down at you cowards. Lessons I learned within 24 hours. Mentally drained, make you spit up some chowder.
We were selling CDs up and down Queen Street the majority of the time. Sometimes we go up and down Yonge Street, but Yonge Street, you didn't really pass Dundas. And we didn't really understand. It was an unwritten rule. But one time, Joe and Pierre went past Dundas and it didn't turn out too well. So there were certain territories where people locked down, and we locked down Queen Street in between Yonge Street and Spadina. We were there every day locking down that territory. That was cryogenic territory.
Special technique.
Your hands in the sky, your hands in the sky, your hands in the sky, your hands in the sky.
Yeah. Special technique.
Joe and I met up with this guy named Georgie Porgy, who was going to the States to buy mixtapes and mix CDs to sell on the streets of Toronto.
It was like it was cool, but it was pretty random and it's pretty basic. There's only so much you could do there. You needed more. And down here, there's just so much people, so much movement. And this guy did one day, because he went to New York, and he sat down and he said, they got these mixtapes. Like, you buy a tape, and there's like 80 guys on it, and it's dope stuff, and they're like $5, and there's guys everywhere to have them. And he's like, and he played me one, and it was just the bangingest stuff we ever heard. And I was just like, this is sick. We got to get more of these.
Purples and blues, 10s and 5s, but they add up, they add up.
And everybody's like, yo, you have any more of those tapes? Those tapes are awesome. And we're like, yeah, man, we're going to have some next week. We had none.
We showed Georgie our CD, and he's like, what is this? I could sell this on the street. And we were like, this is our stuff. And he's like, what? You guys have your own music on CD? He was freaking out about how we have our own music on CD and we're just not doing anything with it. And Joe's there agreeing with him. That's what I've been telling my crew. And I'm like, but Joe, we're trying to put together an album. We had it well put together, well thought out. But Joe took 4 of the songs off of that and put it on a Cryogenics album. Georgie Porgy said, guy, just make a cover and we'll sell it. So what Joe did now, he took a picture of his G.I. Joes and he put my face on one of the G.I. Joes. And that was the Cryogenics cover. We went to the internet cafe and started burning CDs. Met up with Georgie Porgy after work. At this time, a full day's work was $90, okay? Now, I go on the street with Georgie Porgy for 2 hours and I made $70. I was like, I wonder if I did this for 9 hours straight, how much, if I could make the $90, then I won't have to work. I start burning CDs every day with Georgie Porgy and Joe, and it got to the point where we're like, the quota is make $100 for the day, and you're happy. 10 CDs, $10 a pop. Georgie Porgy was basically showing us how he sells.
It was all a dream.
To make everything happen is a lot harder than it seems. And some people believe that they're above doing certain things, and some people are not. So, in this music, you're probably gonna have to get your feet wet and your hands dirty in every aspect of it, just so you can understand every part of what's going on before you get to a label. So you can understand if these guys are ripping you off or not.
It was all a dream.
The thing about hustling on the street is when you have a store or you have a particular location where you're at, you have to wait for the customer to come to you. When you're on the street, you go to the customer. And it's all about the power of persuasion, the gift of gab, your demeanor, your swag, whatever you want to call it.
And people were buying, and it was weird because nobody asked to listen to our music. In fact, we could have gave them blank CDs. Nobody cared. They were buying whatever we had. And Shahid is the one that showed me. He's like, Bubba, you don't realize these people don't care what we have to sell. We're selling ourselves to them.
It was all a dream. It started in the basement, way back. It was SWAT team, Rat Squad, essential with the rap. Me and Mark was on the beat, but it started with Buck. Now I'm flying overseas, commercials for big bucks. My merch reselling on the street just like it's crack. The world's a different place where your pockets are fat. When broke, feel the pressure to the point it's exact. I built a house in Jamaica, y'all can hate on the facts. See, I started from the bottom, steady grinding on the streets. From the CDs to USBs, hoodies and the D's. Yeah, I'm steady making G's and I ain't owe you jack. You could be up in the trap, but I ain't into that. Like a woman with nobody and no shape, the thing is flat. I like everything fat, from my bank to my hat. Back in the day I got jack, paid the cost to be a boss. Took a loss, bad taste in my mouth, through the sauce.